Okay, we're going to go over the resting position setup. So don't worry one bit about if you don't get it exactly. There is a free PDF on our website that explains it in detail. So here we go. These are two very basic pillows. I think these came from Costco, two for $20. One flat. Now you can imagine doing this on the bed, the floor, or as a last resort, your couch. And the other one is slanted up, so leaning halfway on the first. So you see about half the pillows there. Then you just kind of guess where you're going to put the pillow or bolster for your knees. Now if I was in a lot of pain, I would have about this much height. So I'm not in much pain, and for demonstration purposes, it's just one bolster here. So the easiest thing to do is just have a seat right next to it. Like this is my buddy right here. We're gonna hang out, and that kind of puts you in the position once you turn. So here we go. Knees nicely over that bolster, and I'm gonna roll back down. And here, I just adjust the pillow so that it fits my body. And you want the leading edge somewhere in your armpit so that your shoulder, neck, and head is supported. So I roll down into the position, and this is just to make sure my setup is right. So we have the bolster under the knees. We have the pillows, one ramped onto the other to make this angle, leading edge under my armpit. Now this is only for the people who aren't in excruciating acute pain. If you have the ability, go ahead and roll up onto your elbows. You see how my elbows are supporting my upper body? I want you to push your elbows toward your feet, and that's going to actually create length, lengthening my spine just a little bit. Just push in and then suck your belly button down to your spine and roll back down one vertebra at a time until your elbows slip out from under you. If your back hurts so bad that you can't roll up onto your elbows, you are in acute pain, your sciatica's going nuts, whatever it is, it's okay, you can still do it. The difference is you're just going to kind of roll and scoot your shoulder, roll and scoot your shoulder, roll and scoot your shoulder, and these can be millimeters at a time. It's just until you feel that start of decompression or gentle traction in your spine. So once you have that gentle traction, your vertebrae are actually decompressing, and sometimes you will feel almost like a uncorking, and that's that space, that decompression happening with this traction. Once you feel that, you go ahead and rest and be like, okay, I'm getting it. Then we're going to move up into the neck, and you're going to put your hands just like this. So one hand on top of the other, fingers overlapping, and then stick them right on the back of your neck where your head meets your neck. Just like you're hanging out at the beach on a lawn chair. Just don't try to do anything strenuous. Don't try to yank your head off. And from here, you're going to just slowly slide your hands and let your head fall onto the pillow. We've just created a little bit of length in the neck. So now we have decompression happening from the hips all the way up through the spine to the neck. We've now decompressed our spine from our hips all the way up to our neck. So the next step is to get our shoulders. You know, everything's in front of us, they're always rounded forward. So do your best to just roll your hands out, just like this. If you bend your elbows and then roll them out, and then you're gonna push one shoulder down, push the other shoulder down, and relax there. Now I'm on a narrow table, so if you're on the bed or the couch and one arm's hanging off, it's gonna go to sleep and not be fun. So here's the trick. From this position, chest open, arm rolled out, all you have to do is bend that elbow, keep bending it, go ahead, keep on bending it until your hands land on your chest. This is a beautiful resting position. So the last piece is your lower body. You just want to double check that everything's good there. And kind of like that inching up of the shoulder, I like to straighten the leg and kind of push my hip down a little bit, straighten the other leg, push my hip down towards my foot a little bit, and then let it bend and make sure that your knees are rolled out. If you're a hip pain sufferer, one side may not want to roll out. You just go to where it's comfortable. The bolster under your knee, having a bend right here, it's going to take pressure off that hip. Let that hip socket decompress. Also, it allows your hip flexors to relax because now they're closer to a shortened resting position.